Hello, everyone. This is Denise with Modern Priscilla. Can't even say it. Modern Priscilla Tarot. And welcome to Tarot at 12. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some free readings. I want to remind you that questions are selected randomly. I do my best to try to select randomly. And my moderator, Night Reader Tarot, is so kind as to help me out so that I can see questions a little easier. Georgia Peach, welcome. I would like you to know I went ahead and I made you a moderator. So congratulations on that. I hope you're willing to participate in the chat. And to the rest of you, thank you so much for coming. I am so glad to see you all. I see the chat is hopping. I love it, love it, love it. So let's say hello to a couple people. We have Amula, Sri, hello. Regina, how are you? Iman, how are you doing? And Cancer Gang, hello. Preeti Raj, it's so good to see you always. Jane J. Well, wonderful. Thank you all. Jane, it's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. Anyone who is new here, welcome. We're going to have a great time. Okay, so today I have the Crow Tarot spread out. Gorgeous deck, great artwork, and I love all the little birdies. Might break this one out. I select decks based on how I'm feeling in the moment. Don't think that, when I select a deck that has any indication of what your reading is about or what it's going to say. I just literally do it with what is calling my name. So before we pick our first question, I do want to let you know I'm super excited. Oops, let's get that banner off of there so you can actually see. This is my new series. Now, I have talked about it a few times, so I'm assuming you probably heard of it. This is a relationship series, all kinds of things covering love and relationships, and today's is about love languages. So check it out. It's on my page, and the timestamps are in the descriptions if you're needing to fast forward through. You just want to get to the point that what you care about. Alrighty, well, I'm hoping you're going to check that out. Let's get back to where we were. We don't want to be there, do we? Nope, we don't want to be there. All right, let's get this going. Alrighty, so let me see. I'm going to go ahead. Let's go ahead here. Sri, hello, Sri. Can I know if SKP is being a genuine friend to me or hiding things and playing games behind my back? Oh, all right, let's find out. We're going to use today's journey. I am going to shuffle and focus and see what the cards have to say. We want to get a real good read on the energy behind SKP. Is SKP being genuine friend to Sri or hiding things? I don't like game players. No, we don't. Oops, and I dropped the card, so I got to shuffle. I do not pick up dropped cards when I'm shuffling because I stink at shuffling, but I do pick them up if I drop them while laying them out because I figure they're asking to come out and be heard. Okay, so SKP, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you being genuine? Or are you doing something behind Sri's back? All right, so we've got the Four of Fire here. This is the Four of Wands, and this is about a happy beginning, happy things going, the foundation of a friendship. So what this is saying to me is, what are the reasons you became friends in the first place? That's genuine. So far it's starting off pretty nice. We now have the Mother of Water, which is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, this is a really good friend. This is a good friend, a good spouse, often a little moody, often a little kind of up and down a little bit, but this represents a good spouse, a good friend. These are looking real good for SKP. Next, we have choice. And choice is the different perspective. This is the Hanged Man. So deciding which route to take. Look at, and this is applying to you. Do I believe they're a good friend, or are they trying to hide things and play games? This is your confusion, but you should look at it differently, as the Hanged Man implies. Looking in a different direction, taking a different perspective is in order. It looks like the cards have that advice for you. Well, why do they have that advice? Because this card is about nostalgia. It's about being friends and helping each other. This reading is super clear, super clear. No ambiguity here. It is saying that your friend is genuine and that you should perhaps look at it differently. Whoa, that was really clear, 3. I hope that goes well for you. Use your best judgment. Keep your eyes and ears open. Use your intuition. But the cards are suggesting things are looking mighty good with SKP and you. All righty. Thank you for letting me read for you. Let me just check. I heard beeping. Nope. Okay, not important. So let's move on. Regina, when will I meet my life partner? Let's find out. We're going to use the Wizard's Tarot, and we want to know, when is Regina going to meet her life partner? All right. Life partner for Regina. Okay. Okay. Life partner for Regina. This is the I already said that. This is the Wizard's Tarot, Night Reader Tarot. This is your fave. This is one of your faves, I should say. The Wizard's Tarot. It's very wizardly. Okay. So when are you going to meet your life partner? All righty. We've got 2 court cards there. 2 court cards. Now, I do see that something would be coming. I do think that there will be a partner. It's not even a question. You will have a partner. When? Well, we've got our 5 of Wands here. This is talking about practice. So it looks like some dating is still going to be, the theme of right now. You're going to need to date. You're going to need to try things out. That's what this is saying. I mean, literally. We've got our King and Queen. They are of different suits, but that's interesting. We've got our King of Cups. This is about, well, first of all, kings are always focused kind of on the big picture. Queens are sort of focused on keeping the people happy, right? Like in a royal situation. So King of Cups, that's the suit of love and emotion, which obviously would involve somebody who's your life partner. So, this person, because he's the king and because he's the King of Cups, he's obviously got command of his emotions and looking at the whole picture. This king, though, tends to be a little introverted, tends to, enjoy more of those internal pursuits. Kings of Cups are always very honest. They're helpful. They have charm. So this is a great person. It symbolizes a wonderful person. Now here, the Queen of Wands, this is, again, queens are looking at the whole picture, or I'm sorry, the people, and they're always supportive, nurturing, empathetic. So what this is telling me is your life partner, he's going to be having his eye on the whole picture in many different facets. He will be emotionally available to you, which is ideal. That's great. And this, the Queen of Wands, if this is representing you, which I do believe, this is somebody who has magnetism, power. This is somebody who's really got things going on and can take things and make something out of it. So I think, what a good partnership here. So I think this is representing the partnership that will be coming. I'm seeing dating needed. What have we got over here on our other side? We have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor's ready to move. He's often wearing armor because he's going to go out there and kick some ass. He's doing great. Look, he's got a little thing on fire there. He's got a stone throne, got this pointy hat on. He's doing great. Why is he here? because he is trying to tell you, the cards are saying that what this represents, tie it into this side, we have bookends. That is saying be strong. It's coming. Keep working on it, meaning keep dating, keep looking. This is happening. Now, I don't have like a timeline card, like, is this happening now, next week, or on Tuesday? You know, I can't get a fine timeline like that, but I can tell you it is coming. The first in the spread is this Five of Wands, dating. On the other side, be strong because it's coming. And these are you. These are you and your partner. That's exciting. That's exciting. Now you've got something exciting to be looking for, too. You got a little sneak peek in what the personality might be. Ooh, well, good luck, Regina. That sounds awesome. All righty, we have a donation. Donations bump you up to priority, which means you get a reading right away. And if at some point, you know, we get close to the end of the show, I always stick around for priority readings. So this one is from Seba Masha. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Let's find your question, dear, and thank you so much for your donation. Now this marks you as a priority. Here you are. There you are. You don't. I found it. Takes me a minute. That's why my moderators are so helpful for me, because I can scroll. Well, I'm still a little slow, but all right. How does T, the Leo, feel about me currently? This sounds like a deviant moon question. So how does Leo feel about Seba currently? Let's find out how the Leo is feeling. All right. For any of you trying to learn astrology, I have to tell you, I have a cursory understanding, but I'm reading this awesome book that was recommended to me by a professional astrologer and from my mother. I don't know if you remember me talking about my mom. She's been reading tarot since 1989. She had a metaphysical store for 10 years. So I get a lot of my knowledge and training from my mom. But anyway, a great book to check out if you are interested is called The Only Astrology Book You Will Ever Need. That's what it's called. So look it up if you're interested. I'm loving it so far. All right. So how, excuse me, how does T the Leo feel about me currently? I'm seeing really good things here. We've got the 10 of Cups. We've got the 10 of Cups. That's awesome, because that is the end of the suit, minus the court cards. But that's the end of the journey. If you figure an ace to 10, starting to the end and all that in between, this is the 10. So this is the completion of Cups. Now, Cups is the suit of love and emotion, as we just talked about. So this is about having it all, finally getting to that point where you feel settled and satisfied. That's what this is saying. So that's at the front of the spread. So that is awesome. Let's see how they all tie in together, though. So we've got our 8 of Swords here. Now, the 8 of Swords, that's about being kind of in a self-imposed, prison's not the right word, but being trapped by your own thoughts, that you're doing this to yourself kind of feeling. And most cards they're wearing, a blindfold. So they can't even see what's going on. The swords, they'll always have a way out. There's usually a break in them, and you could just easily walk through, because again, it's self-imposed. Let's find out how this is pulling together. We've got the Moon. This is about mystery. This is about finding your way when you don't know where to go. When you don't know where to go. Here is the Queen of Pentacles. Queens, again, nurturing, supportive. They really tap into the feelings of things. And this queen, she's great. She knows how to plan. She knows how to decide what to do. But guess what? She doesn't ever follow through. Well, I don't want to say ever. I give her a little credit, right? Anyway, so the following through is the main takeaway from her. So let's put this all together and kind of see, how is T feeling about Seba? I see great things, as I mentioned. That's our 10 of Cups. I'm thinking that this has a lot to do with the situation. I'm wondering if one or both of you are just really giving this a lot of thought. I don't know if you're coming from broken relationships, if you've perhaps been single for a very long time, and it's a change when you're dating. But I'm seeing a lot of self-imposed doubt. Self-imposed doubt. That could be because we've got mystery here, not knowing what to do. Look at this card. This moon has them on a marionette string. So it's the mystery that's guiding you. So what this is telling me right here, the unknown, the mystery is creating a situation where you're making up things in your mind about it. Since you don't know, not sure what's going to happen next, spending a lot of time creating scenarios in your mind when you don't know what's going to happen. Here's our queen. Again, planning. Great at planning, but not following through. Everything that's going around in your mind is not going to come into fruition. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. The cards are really telling me this overthinking, the mystery, all that stuff is really on your mind. The question was asked about Leo, or the Leo. And I think that there might be some not knowing how to proceed kind of vibe going on. I also think the overthinking, this to me, I'm really getting that this is you. This is you. And what the cards are saying is you do not need to plan it out from the very beginning. Let it play out. The planning part, that's great. Planning what you're going to do, where you're going to go, and kind of feeling it out. Like, okay, do we text in the morning? Do we not text? Do we say goodnight? Obviously, all those things you have to kind of break through to understand. However, it's really the mystery that's coming through strong. I'm getting that super strong. And it's not necessarily not going to happen. Remember, we've got our queen here. The queen gets things done. She's just kind of doesn't like to follow through. She likes to plan, but that's okay at this stage. So again, I'm thinking things are coming along. Somebody is giving something up. Again, either a relationship or perhaps their singlehood. And that's a little confusing, but look at that. Look at that. That's where you're going. This is where you're going. I hope you don't have like a little wheel instead of a leg, but hey, that's where you're going. The happy, happy, good feelings. So that sounds great. How exciting. The mystery part will resolve itself. And that's just kind of a time issue. I mean, as long as you're not bombarding him and pushing him to make decisions that he's not ready to make, the rest of it will come. All right. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you for letting me read for you. I love it. I love all of them. I really, really do. If I could read all day for you guys, I totally would. I'd probably be very tired, but it would go nicely. Okay. Regina asks, when will I meet my life partner? Ooh. We did this one. Sorry. I'm on one. I'm not paying. Well, I am paying attention, but I'm grabbing the wrong one. Okay, Cancer gang. May I know what's coming in career for me in September 2020? September 2020. What is coming in career for me? All right, we're going to do this a little differently. We're going to go week 1. We're going to go week 2. We're going to go week 3. And we're going to go week 4. Now, I realize there are usually like on an average 4.5 weeks, but for sake of ease, we're just going to go 4 weeks, okay? So week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. All right, the end of September is looking mighty nice. All right, the beginning of the month, week 1, we have our Knight of Swords. Now, this card in this deck, they make him like scary, looking like he's going to war or something, right? What that is to signify is not that you're going to war or that you're going to have some battle, but that's signifying his willingness to jump in, regardless of this burning house in the background, what's going on. It's really, really the willingness to jump in, but not knowing what's going to happen. So no plan, not knowing what to do, just kind of going in and trying to make things happen. What this is saying is week 1, you're going to be feeling like just jumping in. Now, I don't know if you're without a job right now, if you're unemployed, or if you're working somewhere and you're just wanting to know what's coming. This is saying jump in, take the action to do something, start off your month right, take on that extra project at work, apply for 20 jobs in the morning, just step it up, jump in, even though you don't know what's going to happen. Week 2, there might be a little bit of a, feeling like things aren't going so right. You might want to head that off at the pass. Don't get depressed. Don't feel sad. It's normal. We all have emotions, so you can't just turn them off. But remember that it will pass. This is a normal reaction, but it will pass. This is when I think you're going to be getting some kind of news. We've got our 4 of Pentacles here. This guy, I mean, look at him. He's carrying all this stuff with him. He's holding on tight, passing all these poor people who are like, oh, can I have some? A lot of times this indicates like keeping things close to you. I think you're going to have some action starting. And you're not going to be like this mean little kid. I don't mean that. But you're going to be having some action that you want to keep for yourself. Meaning you're holding on to some offers, perhaps, some leads that are looking good, a first interview. There's going to be something that you're going to be feeling like, all right. Now, by the end of the month, we've got the 7 of Cups. This is about choices. This is about looking out and imagining what you want and helping to manifest that. But also, you might have several different options available to you. Maybe several jobs. It could be, oh, hey, I decided that I'm going to go, across the country and serve in building homes. You might change directions, but options, lots of options there. Ooh, that's a good month, Cancer gang. I hope that made sense, and I hope that helped. All righty. Now I am going to choose another question here. Jane J. Do I meet with my crush coworker N Aries during the next 4 months of this year? I am a Capricorn, and we are talking on social media. All righty. So you're coworkers, but now you're talking over social media. Okay. So we're going to do something similar. We are going to do, first of all, which deck do I want? I want Tarot in Wonderland. And we're going to do 4 cards for 4 months. Same kind of way we just did the weeks for Cancer Gang a minute ago. We're going to do the same. So I'm mixing up my words today. Co-worker crush N, the Aries. Jane is a Capricorn. Ooh, are they going to meet? What's going on? Find out. Let's find out. Can you guys hear my dog eating in the background? He's eating his food. It must be good. He's dropping it, crumbling it, chewing it. Man. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, Jane, let's find out. We're going to go the last 4 months, you said, obviously. So September, October, through November. Let's pick a card for December. December. There we go. Let's find out what's going on. All right, September, October. If I can get it, November. Oh, we got some good stuff in the next couple months. All right, so next month, September. I think you're still going to be working on it. I think you're still building that relationship. If I remember correctly, last time that I read for you, you hadn't even really been talking on social media at that point. I'm not sure if I'm remembering correctly. Either way, doesn't matter, but there's still going to be some work. Look at these guys. They're all working to put pentacles in that tree. And you look at the rabbit, the white rabbit is holding the plans or whatever. We've got the king helping. So this is a work together. This isn't a bad thing. Like, oh, geez, I got to work on it. Doesn't mean that. It means the two of you are going to be building that relationship. Talking's going to increase, things like that. What have we got in October? We've got the 9 of Pentacles. This is success. This is a success card. It's about having it all, being proud of what you've got and things like that. But I'm seeing great things here in October. This is looking real good. November, 3 of Cups, celebration. Cups is the suit of love and emotions. So this is about kind of bringing it together. Next, in December, Queen of Pentacles. This is, again, I was just talking about the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if you heard me, but the Queen of Pentacles is a great planner, but doesn't usually follow through with things. That's not the only thing that she stands for, though. I say that quite a bit, but you know, this is somebody who, it also signifies somebody who's kind of stubborn, somebody who, again, wants to kind of micromanage things, but not really do it themselves. So let's put it together. I already explained next month. The month after, that would be October. I think you're going to be seeing some really positive things, feeling like things are moving. I think October is when there might be some kind of connection, commitment, things like that. You know, that's where you're going to be really feeling good is November. December with the Queen, this is where, you know, you're kind of be wondering, okay, now what are we going to do? Things are going great. You know, whether, I'm thinking that would be when you come together. And now what do we do? Now what do we do? December. Don't forget, don't just look at what's not going right. Look at what is going right. We all, as human beings, we have the tendency to kind of be like, what's wrong? And that's what stands out, you know, instead of what's right. We have to recognize these other things. We have to know what's wrong, because otherwise, how are we going to learn from them? How are we going to fix them? But we can't forget to remember what is good. All righty. I hope that helped. Let's move on and get another question. Now, for any of you that are new here, I want to welcome you, and I'm so glad you found the channel, and I want to invite you to hit subscribe. Love to have you in the family, and this way you'll get alerts too. I'm putting out pop-up videos and other cool things, so please hit subscribe for me, and welcome to the family. Okay, let's see. We need another question, don't we? All right, Iman asks, how did Marwan feel when he saw my message I sent him? Oh, let's find out. How was he feeling once he got that message? Let's use the Arcanum Tarot. Let's use the Arcanum. The Arcanum is our tool for right now to tap into the energy. What is going on with Marwan? And how did Marwan feel when he saw the message that Iman sent? Okay. Let us find out. To all of you, I want to remind you about my Relationship Warrior series. The first in the series is out today. It's about love languages. It's a great informational video, but I also do some readings in there. Check it out. The description holds the timestamps too. That way, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can get to the meat of it and get where you want to go. All right. So how did Marwan feel about Iman? That's rhyming. I think he sees it as a opportunity for something new to happen. We've got bookends here. I think this Ace of Wands is, Ace of Wands is saying, you know what? This message is going to trigger a new opportunity to grow. Now, if you're together and you maybe sent some bad news or clarifying, you know, your feelings or whatever, I think things will start moving in a positive direction. If you're not together and you send a message about, hey, you know, you want to get together, you know, things are going to be moving. If this is a reconciliation message, same applies. So I'm trying to give you different options because I'm not sure what your situation is. Here we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords tells it like it is. Swords is the suit of communication. Your message was well done. Your message, you had to be sharp, you had to be serious, you had to say it. I'm willing to bet your relationship, your message had something to do that he needed to hear, that you needed to get off of your chest. I think Marwan potentially feels still pretty good, though. I mean, maybe Marwan felt a little threatened or felt a little bit of a chink in his armor, so to speak. And I think he's kind of standing firm. But I will say that the underlying thought and the underlying belief is that you two can be together. We've got our 10 of Cups, which is the end of the suit. That's completion. That's success. This is love and emotions. I mean, look at that. Look at that. So being together is possible, whether you're fighting, whether you've never been together, whether you're just trying to figure out the next chapter in your relationship. I think this is saying quite a bit. New opportunity based on what you said, and you said a good thing. But I think Marwan might be a little bit stubborn or maybe have a harder time seeing your points. But I don't think it's a situation where he won't see the points. But and I think the motives are good. I think that is still there. All righty. Thank you for letting me read for you. All righty, let us get some more questions here. Sterling Slaughter, how are you? May I, oh, there's a bug in here, just flew in my face. May I ask what are SW's current feelings toward me right now? All right, we're going to use the Crow Tarot. Let's use Crow Tarot and find out what are SW's current feelings toward Sterling Slaughter. What are the current feelings for Sterling Slaughter? All right. Current feelings for Sterling Slaughter. We want to know. We want to know. Okay. Okay, these are a little wider. I always tell my border trimming story, so I won't, but I'm not going to trim these borders. I won't tell you the story, but I'm not doing it. It's very hard. Can you tell how often I mention it? Alrighty, so what are SJ's current feelings towards Sterling Slaughter? Okay, I think it's a kind of an even feeling right now. I think it's pretty even. But I do see some things are changing and some things are coming. I think it's starting off a little bit of an even. But I do see the star here, which is the guiding light, which is the star of hope, which pulls things to you. So I'm seeing that, you know, there might be some movement here. I'm assuming that you're not together and that you're hoping things will grow. The same would apply if you are together, but except instead of being drawn to you, which would mean obviously you're single and drawing him to you, this would mean pulling toward your point of view. So you can apply it either way, depending on what your situation is. So I do believe that that's coming through. And again, I'm getting the feeling that you guys are not together. Anyway, King of Swords is next. We have this king who is really focused on the big picture. Like, what does this mean for me? What am I going to do? King of Swords, he's somebody who's kind of emotionally detached. You know, he doesn't really have a feeling much one way or the other, which ties into our temperance. Temperance, kind of just one way or the other. This can change, though. I can really see it here with the Empress. The Empress is all about growing things and nurturing them. Often you see the Empress as a pregnant woman. So again, not always indicating, you know, the person is going to be pregnant, but just think about what a pregnancy is. It's growing a baby and nurturing it and developing it. Same applies to a relationship, to an idea, and so forth. In this particular deck, notice the Empress has a cup. So that implies, too, that there's love in there. There are feelings in there. Kind of counteractive here to the counteracting of the King of Swords. Emotionally detached, I feel like that is like right now. That's why we've got the Temperance. I feel like this is the potential. It still has a potential, but I'm getting the real sense here that things are kind of just even. Even Steven. I don't know what his name is, but or her name, SW, but could be Steven. Well, I hope that helps, gives you kind of an idea of what you might expect going forward. Good luck with that, of course. All righty, let's see. Georgia Peach, currently out of work and struggling to pay bills. Will I get the funds needed to pay those bills? Let's find out. We're going to use light seers. We need a little light in the dark, don't we? Nothing worse than feeling kind of afraid or, hopeless sometimes. I can't say this enough, and this is not from the cards. This is from me. Even when you're feeling just down in the dirt and just not feeling good, try to always find something you're grateful for. Focus on that. The law of attraction is always working. And if you keep focusing repeatedly on what you don't have, we don't want a situation like a 5 of Cups, right? We don't want to be looking at our spilled cups and not see what we've got. But again, that law of attraction will help you not only feel better, but it'll help pull that, manifest that for you. All right, currently out of work, need to pay some bills. We need some money. We need some cash. Will it be coming? Will Georgia Peach be able to pay her bills? Let us find out. Oh, wow. This is amazing. It's literally saying almost exactly what I said. Oh, wow. This is cool. All right. 2 of Swords. This is about not seeing what's out there. This is about feeling. I mean, look at this deck. This particular deck has these birds pulling at her hair and just not knowing where to go. This describes, I'm sure, how you must be feeling. I can imagine that would be how you're feeling. So that is really there. But what is Death saying? Death is saying that's over. That's going to be ending. And look at, somebody pointed it out the other day, and I can't remember. I think it was on Night Reader's chat. I do moderation over there, just like he's moderating here. And somebody pointed out the death card and said, what a nice death card. How positive and uplifting to see that, kind of where his face would be. But anyway, death is kind of like the end of a chapter, the end of a cycle, the end of a chapter. That worry's going to be gone. Literally, the 4 of Cups sitting here. This is about building a foundation. This is about really just having that beginning of a foundation. I don't even know what other word to use. Having the money to pay those bills gives you the foundation to have the confidence to keep yourself moving, to get the money to pay the bills in the future. You got to stabilize. You got to have a foundation. You can't be on quicksand. That will fall apart, right? So the money, this looks like this is coming. This is your change of attitude. It's going to work out. Imagine that foundation. Imagine everything working out. Because what's next? The Empress. Remember, I just described the Empress as sometimes being someone who's pregnant. Can indicate a pregnancy, but not in this case, and it doesn't always have to. Look at that. She's got the world there. She's growing it, and she's making things happen. I don't know if these are wings or what they are. I think of them as wings, but anyway, making things happen, making the world happen, helping get things back in order. Georgia Peach, I think things are going to be great. I do. And keep this up. Think about that foundation. Imagine that foundation and being peaceful and feeling good about it. It helps. It really helps. At the very least, it makes you feel better. If you don't, want to consider the law of attraction and all that, at the very least, it makes you feel better. And when we feel better, good things happen, right? Good luck, Georgia Peach. All righty, let us see what we've got next. My scroll sometimes goes crazy. Preeti Raj, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad you're back. All right, Jajit, what are you feeling about Preeti? Let's get a read on the current feelings of Jajit. We're going to use the classic Llewellyn, and we are going to find out. We want to know Jajit's current feelings for you. We want to know. All right, guys, I just noticed the time. I wanted to let you know we've got about 20 minutes left in the show. I'm going to still try to get to as many questions as I can. But if you're tired of waiting, or if you just want to guarantee a reading, you can drop a donation of any amount, and that will bump you up to priority status. My donation link is in the description, and that makes you a priority. All righty, Jajit, what are you feeling? What are you feeling? All right. Jajit is a little bit closed off right now. This is somebody who is often the king of emotions is basically what he is, but he's a lot of times he's on his own. He has a command of his emotions, but he's kind of detached. He's emotionally detached. So that is a huge point to recognize, to notice here. This is going on here. Just because he's kind of detached does not mean Jajit is not thinking anything or feeling anything. Got some happiness here. We've got the Three of Cups. That's about a celebration. I'm thinking that this is about you. The cards are suggesting that you need to immerse yourself in with your friends, with your other connections, the people who are supporting you, the people you have fun with, the people you enjoy. The reason I say that is obviously because we have this card, but also what's next to it, our Five of Cups. You're thinking about what you don't have and forgetting about what you do have. You're thinking about not having Jajit, spilled cups. But what about your friends, your family, these people? See? All right. So he's feeling a little emotionally detached. But I think, something is going to happen. We've got our Magician here at the end of the spread, which implies to me that this is further along. The Magician, he has full command of all the suits. So love, communication, growth, money, all the different suits. That this is what something is going to be created. And I will tell you what I think this means. I think with a little focus on this, you're going to create something better for yourself. You're going to be feeling good. You're going to be confident. Guess what? That confidence, it's very appealing. I always call it the game. The more attention you pay to somebody, if you're not all that interested yet, it's kind of like, they've already got you. So, not being as overly, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I talk about it all the time with the squirrel. You don't shove the nuts in the squirrel's face. You ask for them to come to you. If you overdo it and, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? Hey. If you overdo it that way, that's just going to push things away. So this is saying that, by demonstrating your happiness, your confidence, and it could even be a part of, hey, I'm not really talking to you right now. Well, now he's going to be like, hey, what's going on over there? See? So I'm thinking you need to focus on your friends and family right now and the things that you like to do. And I think the rest will come. I really do think it'll help kind of move the needle, All right. Thank you, Preeti, for letting me read for you. All righty. Let's get another question. Dolly Sharma. Dolly would like to know about my future, a general reading. Okay. So let's do a general reading, and we are going to use, if I can get it out, today's journey. Today's journey is calling my name for this one. All right. What about the future? We need a general read on the energy about Dolly's future. All right. Let's find out what is going on in the future. Okay, let's see what we can see. We got this one again in that first spot. It's funny because obviously I shuffle and I spread them out randomly. I choose, I spread and just pick it randomly. But sometimes I think there's kind of a theme for the day because this happens quite a bit. I get the same card in different readings, different decks, but it's the same card Interesting. I'm going to try to put my head around that and kind of put something together. But anyway, we've got our 4 of fire. This is about the foundation. These in this deck, they're cooking steaks they're in the oven or on the grill, I should say. Still, so it's the foundation. They've got the steak, they've got the grill. They're not cooked yet and ready to eat, but the foundation has been laid. So we'll play it all out. So let me just find out what we've got here. The 2 of earth, that's the 2 of pentacles. That's about making choices. 2s are always about balance. They're about choices. They're about partnerships and duality. The 2 of earth is typically about, pentacles is the suit of growth, or excuse me, material things that you use in your material world. Money, health, home, that kind of a thing. Fortitude. Fortitude is strength. Having the strength. Not just can you pound your fist into something strong like that, but can you have your will be strong, your focus be strong, your will. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of to say. And then we've got our 6 of air. This is the 6 of swords, and this is about kind of going on a long journey, being guided. So let's put these cards together and apply them to your question. Now, a general read, something the energy you might be looking at is something might be coming that, this will be a new thing, but it's really got some promise. It's really got an opportunity to make something happen. I think that's going to result in a choice for you. I think, it might not even be a choice like I have to pick 1 or 2. Maybe it's I have to figure out how to balance and have them both. But I think there's something coming up for you, and you'll be kind of tossing 2 ideas up. The strength means you might have reason to want to pick one right away just because you like it or because it's come up. But without giving it that thought, without thinking about things and really putting on all the pros and cons and things like that, that's not going to lead to a good decision. That's a snap decision. So having that will to be able to kind of sort it out. And then we have our 6 of air. Don't be afraid if things are going to take a while. Don't just give up on them. So if these are 2 choices and one involves it's going to take longer, and so that makes it less appealing, don't let that stop you. Sometimes the best things take the longest. And I know that sounds cliche, and I know that's not what people want to hear, but it is true. And I think everybody can say that, yeah, it is pretty true. But anyway, I think this is an advice from the cards that allow the journey to proceed. Don't just, throw away, anything that could happen just because you're being impatient. That ties directly into having the fortitude and the strength. Foundation coming, choices. Whoa, that's a good one, Dolly. I hope that made sense for you. That's pretty clear for me. That's exciting. I think that was really good advice. And the cards amaze me. They really do. Okay, it sounds like we have a donation, and we do. This is from Seba, whose name I'm probably saying wrong. I'm so sorry. I do try. But I have a boring Midwestern accent, and I don't know how to roll my tongue the right way, I guess. All right, I'm going to find your donation, Seba. Oh, hey, Ms. Wheats Tarot. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Dr. Preeti Banzal. Hello. Marie Eve. I love it. I love your name. Okay, I'm looking for your question, honey. I'm not seeing. Oh, I got it. All righty. Can you please tell me about my next romantic partner? Like, how will I recognize him? Okay, so what are you looking for so that you know how to say, yup, that's it. Okay, so let's find out. We're going to use Tarot of the Haunted House because this is kind of about like figuring stuff out, and that seems kind of like how you get out of a haunted house, All right, so how will I recognize him? How will you find your way to him? What would you want to be looking for? All right, let's find out. Let us find out. Yeah, the cards just amaze me. Sometimes I'm almost like I look around and be like, hey man, did you see that? How cool that was. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so your next romantic partner. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got our Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about kind of relaxing and reflecting, resting. I think you might want to be thinking, when you're meeting people, one of the characteristics or personality types you might be seeing that you might want to pay attention to would be somebody who's very thoughtful about things. And by thoughtful, I don't mean nice, like, hey, I'm thoughtful. I meant reflective. Somebody who takes the time, maybe that might be somebody who doesn't act really quickly, doesn't make decisions really quickly necessarily. Somebody who's given it a lot of thought, somebody who's really thought things through, and that can take some time sometimes. So I think that's what that's saying there. Now we've got our Seven of Pentacles. This pulls it in even further. This is about waiting. This is about wondering what's going on. This is about planting a harvest, planting seeds and waiting for them to grow and wondering what's going on. Why aren't these seeds growing? Things like that. Well, that might be because of his tendency to reflect. You seem like you might want to be like, all right, I planted that seed. You're willing to work and let it happen, but you're not one to say, let's wait. You're going to be more probably likely to make decisions more quickly. And I think, that might make you wonder. I don't think that's a problem per se, but I do think that there might be that little bit of a contrast there. All right, so next we have the Chariot. Now the Chariot, in this card, it's obviously a man opening the door, like a chauffeur or driver. But in the traditional decks, it's usually a literal chariot being pulled by horses and things. It's a speed car. It is typically about speed. But look at this card. He's sitting in the garage. He's not even out there yet. He's inviting you in. He's inviting you to be a part of the decision making, part of what you're going to be doing. So it will be, I think, a joint opportunity for both of you to participate. But I just think he's going to be really slow. All right, and now we have our Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Now, knights are always about, they're important messages. It's about change. It's about action. So I'm thinking that you're going to see that this person, that your intended romantic partner, has a bit of an adventurous side, has a bit of a blunt side, gets things done, but wants to think about it, is definitely going to be sure to plan it out. But the thing I'm recognizing is this person might be a little bit blunt. It might be somebody who, you think you're giving all this room for them to think and reflect, but then they walk in and be like, all right, this is what we're doing. I don't mean that he'll be mean or anything, but I do feel like he'll be blunt, and you'll forget that you have an opportunity to come in and help make the decisions. Don't let his bluntness fool you. You would be a partnership. Ooh, that's good. So now you know some characteristics to look for when you're meeting people. Don't write somebody off just because they aren't doing what I just said in the cards, but that way you kind of say when you meet somebody, hey, that's what I remember from those. Somebody to look for, maybe to pay attention to. Well, thank you so much for your donation, and thanks for letting me read for you. That's very exciting. Okay, I believe we have another donation. Alrighty, we do. We've got, whoops, if I can click it, that would be helpful. Alrighty, this is a donation from Country. Thank you so much for your donation, Country. Let me just find your question. Guys, I want to remind you, you can do just like Country did, and what Country did was to write her username in the notes on PayPal. I do not want to read your real names out loud in case you care about that. So I would appreciate it just because it'll help things moving, keep things moving. I'm tripping over my words today, guys. All right, here we go. I found it. Country, thank you for your donation. Country asks, I confronted Ryan on his feelings. He said he doesn't remember saying anything he told me, so I'm confused. What's going on? Country, do you have a hearing problem? I don't know, but it seems to me that Ryan is trying to make you think that you didn't say it, or that you weren't clear, or that, no, I don't know. I don't like that. I want to make sure I stick up for all of my people here. And when somebody says, I don't remember anything you told me, that's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. That is not from the tarot cards. That is from me, Denise. That's my opinion. And let us find out, though, what the cards have to say about that. All right, you're confused, and I don't blame you. That is confusing, and it's probably very frustrating. So why does Ryan say he doesn't remember anything? What's going on? What is going on? I'll tell you what I think. I think it's because, Ryan's not ready to confirm or deny whatever it is you said. That's my opinion. Let's find out what the cards say, though. Probably, you don't want to know what I think. You want to know what the cards think. This is a tarot show, not the Denise show. All righty. Ryan's putting up a bit of a smoke screen. That's what this is, the Seven of Cups. Ryan's making it confusing for you, isn't he? You literally just said you're confused. Literally. And look at that, the Seven of Cups. About different choices, about things, about not knowing what that means. This often means a smoke screen. So something is this is not real. I would say that, Ryan probably does know what you said, but he's maybe buying time, could be, maybe trying to fool you, could be, it might, and anything in between. But it's a bit of a smokescreen right now. Next to that, we have our Page of Wands. Pages are about new information, new messages. Now this is Wands. So what I'm thinking this is saying is, even though he's saying he doesn't remember anything, he's saying he doesn't remember anything he told you. I read it wrong. Same thing applies, but let me change genders. He says he doesn't remember anything he told you. It's still a smokescreen. He knows what he said. Haven't you ever been out with friends and it was a night of drinking and somebody made an ass out of themselves? I don't even remember. Well, sometimes, yes, alcohol does do that. So yes, but a lot of times, even if you do remember, what do you say? I don't remember what I did, because then you're off the hook, right? Don't do that. That's what's going on. He doesn't remember what he's saying to you. So he's not sure quite how to follow up on that. I'm not saying what he said to you was a smokescreen. I'm saying the saying he doesn't remember is a smokescreen. That's totally making sense. So what have we got next? The Page of Wands. Again, new information, messages. Wands is about potential. It's about new ideas, a new situation. I don't think that he's ready to follow up on that. I don't think he's ready to. He must have been in a moment of vulnerability or comfort or, something when he threw that out there, but it scared him. Because look at that. He took it right back. He took it right back with his Seven of Swords. Look at that guy. He's taking swords and leaving, isn't he? He's taking it. But I have good news. I've got the Hierophant here. That means things are going to come back together. Things are going to be okay. The Hierophant, he's always keeping his flock together, keeping everybody calm, keeping everybody safe, keeping everybody believing. So that to me is about keeping you guys back together. The energy is going to settle and things will come together. It's also about tradition. It's about, following the rules. Now, I know there aren't any rules here, but it's about getting back to what you know, getting back to what makes sense, getting back to the logical next step. Does that make sense? Yeah, look at that. He's trying to steal back his words, isn't he? Well, again, I think it's because he's just not ready to follow up on it. I think it might have come out a little sooner than perhaps he was expecting, or maybe it came out in the wrong way. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going on for sure, country. All right, my dear, I hope that helps. And I hope that Ryan can, get over that little bit of a fear that, brings it back together, get rid of that smoke. All righty. Thank you for letting me read for you, and thank you for your donation. All right, let's see what we've got. It looks like we have another donation, which bumps you up to priority. I'm stuck here. There we go. My phone. All right, so let me see if I've got this right here at the end. I'm going to look. This is for MJ is their initials, but let me see if the Night Reader caught it for me. Yep. Thanks, Night Reader. You're the best. You guys, if you have not gone to Night Reader's channel, you need to. Night Reader does 2 daily live streams. He does it at 11:30 in the morning Eastern and 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'm in Central Time, so I have sometimes a hard time converting 1 hour. I doesn't think it would be hard, but I do. Anyway, yeah, check him out. He's got daily tarot tips. His show is called Tarot Days and Nights. You need to check him out. He's our lovely moderator here, so you already know him. Go check him out. All righty, Marie Eve, thank you so much for your donation. This makes you priority, so let's find out what your question is. How will BEO react if I disclose my true feelings to him, please? What will he do? All right, so if you disclose how you're feeling, wanting to know how BEO will react. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's hard to be vulnerable sometimes, isn't it? To be able to, disclose your feelings or to say things. And, it is, and it's part of the human condition. And if you didn't feel vulnerable about it, it wouldn't be sincere. So let's find out so that you can feel a little bit rest assured and find out what we might think is going to happen. The energy is swirling all the time. Energy changes. Energy is always swirling, and tarot cards read the energy of the moment so that you can have a sneak peek in what you might expect. The nice thing is we have free will. All human beings have free will. We can change things if we don't like it, right? All righty. Oh, these are good. All righty. I think you're going to have a very positive reaction. Now, disclosing your true feelings. I'm not sure if you're just friends. I'm not sure if you've been dating, but it's kind of casual and you want to take it to the next level. But I can see that this will keep things in balance. I don't think it's going to tip things one way or the, well, I hope it'll tip things so that the feelings will be reciprocated. But I don't think it will ruin the friendship or the connection. So balance in so far as the actual revealing of the feelings. Left to be seen, but let's find out what we've got. We want to see if it's going to continue and what the response might be, right? We don't just want it even. We want something good. We want the true feelings for you to be good. Well, here's a message. There is a message. I'm thinking that you're going to hear something positive in return. So I'm believing that this is reciprocated. This is something that's reciprocated. This is Wands. So Wands is the suit of growth and effort. And it takes it takes effort, to grow. So that's a little bit of a given. We already know that. But you need to have confirmation to know, is it worth my growth and effort? Is it worth my effort to grow? You got to know. And I think you're going to know in no uncertain terms. I think you're going to find out. Now, what does that do, though? Here we've got the Two of Rods, which is the Two of Wands. This is going to create a little bit of a reflection time for an internal kind of evaluating, an internal bit of planning. Everybody needs to think about things before we act, right? This is a time where, not a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. It's deciding inside, well, what does this mean for us? What does this mean for our friendship, for example? Or what does this mean for me? If I'm going to be vulnerable and tell her how I feel, what happens? Those kinds of personal journey, thinking about things, sorting them out. And I have great news here. look what's going to happen at the end of this wonderfulness. I think that there's going to be something really good coming. The Ten of Pentacles represents that having it all, the happiness. Now remember, tens are always about the end of a cycle, achievement. So I think you're going to have very positive results. I do believe you'll get a nice, it sounds like a reciprocal feeling. I think right now everything will stay in balance. So, telling him isn't going to throw things out of whack, but it is going to inspire some kind of declaration to you, a little bit of an internal journey, and then success. Yeah. All right, Marie-Eve, that's exciting. Good luck. And congratulations to you for being vulnerable. It is hard to be vulnerable and emotionally available. And that says something about your security and, your own mind and your own self-esteem. That's the word. Good luck. All righty, what have we got next? I will press this and I will press this. All right, we have a donation from Aqualeo. Aqualeo, how are you? Thank you so much for your donation. Let's bump you up to priority here. All right. Does Anna want me to stay on the team? I received some difficult feedback from her today. Advice on this job, please. I've been in your spot. I know all about coaching and feedback and teams and a mentor and mentee and all that good office corporate stuff. I'm not sure if you work in an office, but, that's where I was. So anyway, let me find a deck. I'm talking. Let's use the Deviant Moon. All right. Difficult feedback today. Let's get some advice on the job. Does Anna want you on the team? Why are you receiving difficult feedback? Feedback, it's about literally coaching. It's about telling you what you need to do. And not all of it's pleasant. And that's true. And sometimes that's just how to grow in the position. So let's get a read on it, though. Let's find out what the energy's looking like. And we're going to use the Deviant Moon and ask the Tarot to give us some insight. Deviant Moon is such a cool deck. I like this because doesn't it look like nanny, nanny, nanny? And that's the thing when Anna gave you feedback, it's kind of like, hey, alrighty. I do not think that Anna wants you to be off the team. I think she wants you on the team. She's not willing to say, get off the team. Don't think so at all. We've got our Three of Pentacles. This is a team, literally a team. This is Pentacles, the suit of work, and work meaning your job. That's literally what this means. That's awesome. So no, I do not think Anna wants you to leave the team. I do think you're staying. I mean, I don't know what my problem is today. I'm mixing up all my words. Anyway, so we've got the Five of Swords here. And this is just like this guy looks. It's like the nanny team. I feel like, you know what? I've been a manager. I've also been on the other end where I'm being managed. And I can say this. People who are giving advice, people who are coaching, people who are team leads, people who are managers, you have to coach on something. You can't. It used to make me so mad. I was really good in sales, and I'd be like, and I'm not saying that to be like, yay me, but I'm trying to set the stage. I was really good. I didn't have problems. I was top of my team, and I would get, we have our one-on-one, and a manager would be like, well, I think you should say this in this way instead, and I'd walk away going, what? I'm doing great. Why would you tell me that? And I talked to my mom about it, my mom, the tarot reader, and she said, because they're coaches. They have to coach you on something, or what's the point of their job? See? So anyway, I digress. I just thought that might help pull it into a perspective with an example. So anyway, this coach of yours is, or I should say, team lead, mentor, boss, whatever this person is. this person's kind of making you feel that way just because that's how they want to feel. They're the boss, you know. They want to show you that this is the best advice. They have to coach you in something. We've got our 5 and we've got our 7. These are communication. These are truths, things like that. I think your boss or whoever on is thinking that this is helpful for you. I think perhaps solidifying her position of authority was at play as well. That's where we're getting the truth and the swords and everything. Again, the 5 and the 7 in swords, it's a very, very similar. These two are very similar. So again, I just think it was all about stretching her management muscles. Might have been good advice, though. Keep what she said in mind, and I'll tell you why I say that. Because we have our 6 of Wands on the other side. This is about success. This is about a foundation. Look what it's next to here, are working together. So what this says to me, keep working. Take it in stride. Might be some nuggets of truth that you can pick out of there and use to your advantage and move and improve. But I think some of the harshness or the way it was delivered was just a show of force, meaning I'm the boss and I am position of authority. I'm the mentor. I'm the coach, you know. So it maybe wasn't presented well, but it has some good merits, and you're going to be on that team and this is the foundation. Whatever feedback you heard, it's going to go well. And this is the beginning of more positive feedback. All right, that sounds good. I can see, though, how that would have been hard to hear, especially when it's not presented in a way where you feel good about it. And it's not presented in a way that's like, hey, let's improve this. If it's like kind of a angry thing or a thing, that's no good. Okay, we have another donation. Let me see here. I'm not sure if your username is the same. This is for initial R. No last name on the PayPal. Let me see. I'm wondering, is this Cake Robinson? Yep. Thank you so much. I see Night Reader helped me, and I see Cake Robinson helped me. So there we are. What is Aquarius's love feelings and intentions currently? Let's find out. Thank you so much for your donation, Cake Robinson. And we're going to see what we can get here. I'm going to use the Anna K. What is Aquarius feeling? What are the feelings and intentions right now toward Cake Robinson? Cake wants to know, how is the Aquarius feeling? Is this a loving feeling? What are the intentions? What are the intentions? Let's find out. We want to know. Okay, so what are the Aquarius's intentions? How are they feeling? Oh, we've got some good stuff. We've got some good stuff. We've got our Page of Cups. This is a message of love. So I believe the intentions are good. The Page of Cups, pages are always new information, new messages. You know, when I talk about knights, I mean, they are also an important message. Think about it. The page comes and then the knight. New message. Hey, this is what's going on. Knight, this is important. Let's go. So, you know, the page is the beginning of that. So this is a new message. Cups is the suit of love and emotion. This is about curiosity. This is about kind of an intuitive message. So I believe there is a feeling here, a true feeling. I think it needs to kind of be explored more, and I'll tell you why. We've got another page. We've got 2 pages, and this page is fishing. Look at, trying to figure it out. Not sure how maybe you feel. Maybe that's what that means. Maybe not knowing for sure how you feel or what direction you're wanting to take it. Pentacles is just suit of everyday life things. So again, not necessarily not knowing how you feel, but how do you want to proceed? You know, what are those kind of foundation blocks, you know? So again, new information. I think this is information coming to you But, this is information he's potentially asking of you, not knowing how you feel, fishing, looking for pentacles, right? What else do we have? We have our Three of Swords. Three of Swords is traditionally the heartbreak card. It's about not getting, it's about getting your heart broken in some way, feeling sad, being pulled at, your heart being pulled at in different ways. It's also about communication. This is about truth. I'm wondering if Aquarius is not much of a talker, does not like to share feelings, perhaps doesn't want to get in down deep about things. The reason I'm saying that too is because we have our Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is almost saying the same thing, keeping things out. Well, what are they keeping out? Feelings, right? So this is why you're having a hard time trying to see what the feelings are. I think it's kind of the way Aquarius is. Aquarius doesn't want to show Aquarius's hand, doesn't want to show that hand right away. But I do see some feelings here, perhaps not willing to share feelings until you do. That's something to think about, right? But again, I feel like it's being kept away, but it's not because it doesn't, he or she doesn't want to share it, but just because they're not ready to. And it could be because they don't know how you feel. Yep. This is where I'm saying good intentions too. Real good intentions there with the Page of Cups. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for the donation, Kate Robinson. I hope that made sense, and I wish you the best of luck on that. Now, let's see. We do have another donation. This is from SD. SD, I'm not... I do know this one. I think I do. It is Night Reader. Got it. Thank you. Hello, Lash Boss Empire. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad you're here. Let's find out what your question is. What is E's current feelings and intentions toward me? What? That was the same last question. That's the theme for the day on questions, right? Alrighty. We want to know what E's current feelings and intentions are toward Lash Boss. Lash Boss wants to know what E is feeling and what the intentions are. Let us find out. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Thank you so much for your donation. And of course, this makes you priority now. So we are going to find out what are E's current feelings and intentions towards you. We're going to use the, I already said Light Seers. Sometimes I get real focused. I don't know if I said things. I focus. Okay. So. Oh boy. Okay. We've got some good stuff. Okay. Current feelings and intentions. The sun. The sun. How can you get any brighter? How can you get any more cheerful? How can you be any more happy than the sun? So I believe the current feelings and intentions are feeling good, warm, fuzzy, feeling good, brighten the way, want to move forward. This is something else that tells me the exact same thing. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is about having it all, and we're talking everything. We're talking money, wealth, the home, the kids, the family. This deck has sacred geometry in it as well. So that just means everything is jiving, everything is moving, good vibes. So I think there's potential. We've got the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is about a celebration. It's about coming together. It's about being harmonious. Whoa. So I'm thinking current feelings and intentions are fantastic right now. So why do we have this? Why do we have the Three of Swords? I'll tell you why. Three of Swords is typically kind of like a heartbreak card, being disappointed, being pulled in too many directions. What this means with respect to this reading and these cards, the prior cards, I think things are not going to be, I think things are taking longer than you expect. or perhaps they're going to present themselves in a way that is not what you wanted. I'm seeing, that heartbreak, but I am not seeing that, it's not going to come around. I mean, this does not cancel these out. This is great. These are great. But it's just not happening either, again, fast enough or the way you want it to. Something's not going the way you want it to. But that doesn't mean it's not coming. That is, the intentions are good. The desire is good. It's just getting that to that point where it's happening. Do you see what I mean? So I'm thinking some good things. And I think, now that this is potentially an issue, maybe in your mind, kind of think it out. Like, how will this play out? Now, you can't be in E's head and change his thoughts. You just can't do it. It's not scientifically or spiritually possible. So, but what you can do is kind of outline things. This person, I'm assuming. If you don't, and it's a new person, well, then that would not apply, I guess. But if you know this person, which is it's the intention or the impression I'm getting, kind of how they operate. What they want to hear, what they don't want to hear. That's not to say not to tell it like it is and express yourself, even if it's uncomfortable. But I'm talking about how to open up. Do you see what I mean? How to open it up. Use our squirrel again. We got some nuts in our hand. We've got our squirrel. You want to give the nuts, and you want to have the right kind of nuts, right? Because you want the squirrel to come. Don't rush and scare the squirrel. Don't give them the wrong nuts. You don't want to come out with cat food. Well, squirrel might eat cat food. Let's say banana slices. You don't want to come out with banana slices and the squirrel's going to be like, nope, and see you later, right? So think about how you might move forward on that. And again, I see such great things here that does not cancel this. This, does not cancel that out at all. Happiness, success, family, celebration, support, harmony. Another thing, harmony. Yeah, you just got to figure it out and knock this one out. There you go. Well, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for your donation. I do wish you the best on that. I hope that was helpful. All righty, let me check and see that. I think that was, I heard it. I think that was buzzing over here. All righty, let me see who this is. This is for AB. Let me see if I have your name on here. And it is not. I thought it was. All righty. Oh, Night Reader found it for me. Thank you so much. All righty, Ashley, thank you so much for your donation. Just had a miscarriage a month ago. I'm so sorry to hear that. Suspecting I'm pregnant again, but not sure. I know this is TMI, but I had some bleeding yesterday and I'm worried. I can see why. I have also had a miscarriage, so I do know what you might be feeling. We're going to use Anna Kay on this too, because I really want to get a clear read. One thing I will say, I am not a doctor. I do have to say that first, actually. I am not a doctor. I'm going to read what the cards say, which is the likely outcome, or the energy of the moment, I should say. That's probably a better way to say it. But as from Denise, the person who is reading the cards and the person who is telling you also had a miscarriage in her life, typically it seems like you are more fertile after that. So let's find out if your instincts are right. We did see there is some evidence of things not going well. So let's find out. I want you to do me a favor. I don't want you to worry. I want you to picture it going well. Imagine your stomach growing. Imagine feeling a kick. Those are the law of attraction tips that you need to follow. Pay attention. Seek medical attention, obviously. But keep it in your mind. Keep it in your mind. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Let's see what's going on for Ashley. Okay, before we even start, I'm going to tell you this. This is not death. Like, really. This is not like dying. This is about the death of a chapter. This is about, moving on, okay, and into another chapter, I mean. Don't get morbid. That's not morbid. All right. King of Rods. This is our King of Wands. This is about somebody who kind of says, go big or go home. Just go big or go home. Let's make it happen. He's also moving quickly. Look at him walking in his stance like, yep. And he's not running even because he's so confident and so secure. He's just like walking in. He is commanding. He is taking charge. Things are moving in a bright direction. Look at all this sun. Where is he going? He's going to the Six of Rods. This is the Six of Wands. This is a celebration. It's the beginning of a successful celebration. They make this guy look a little skinny and all that. And that's to indicate that this is the beginning. He's going to pump iron and be even bigger, right? Typically in the more traditional decks, this is somebody riding through the town saying, yay, look at me. That doesn't mean that's like a war. Won the war, or the battle, I mean, but not the war. I said it backwards. The battle, not the war, the smaller part. Now, what is this? Why is this here? Because you know what? You're going to put your fears to rest. I think perhaps there is going to be something that you might want to be seeing your doctor about. And I say that because we've got Temperance here. This is about balance. Something might be out of balance. And that might perhaps be why you're experiencing some discomfort and some bleeding. Check it out. Call your doctor. You know what? The worst thing they're going to say, is, no, you don't need to come in, wait another 2 days, that kind of a thing. And I know that sucks because you do want an answer right away. But I know sometimes with pregnancy stuff, some goofy things are normal. And they might say, call them, get their advice. Say, is this okay? Should I be concerned? They might have a new treatment regimen or advice for you so that everything gets back into balance. Happy success here. Feeling like upset, worried because of obvious reasons. What's going on? Worried. That's going to be put to rest. You need to get in touch with your doctor and ask, is this something to be concerned about? I'm sure, if you had a miscarriage, not sure how far along you were in the pregnancy, you might have even been with a doctor already. If not, select the doctor you'd want to use for the entire pregnancy, because I'm seeing this as the beginning of something great. So things are looking good as far as the potential for the pregnancy, but you got to get on board with your doctor here because something's a little off. Something's out of balance. It might be simple remedy. It might just be time. You have to wait a little longer, in terms of the development in the pregnancy. But yeah, things are going to be changing, and look it's so much balance here. Things are coming. So that's looking good. So, again, this is not medical advice, not even close. Neither is my opinion when I give you Deniseisms. That's literally just from me. The cards are reading the energy of the moment, but I saw it so clear. You need to get in touch and get back into balance. All righty. Well, good luck. And I'm hoping you're going to come back and some congratulations are in order. I really do wish you the best of luck, and I am sending you happy, positive thoughts, and I'll put a little magic bubble around you. I always do it in my mind. I put like a bubble, and I imagine that it has sparkles and white light in it. I do it from both of my adult children when they go do things. They're fully capable of taking care of themselves, but I always put a bubble on them just in case. All right, my friends. I want to thank you so much for coming and letting me read for you today. Any of you that are new here today, I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us. And I'm so happy you found the channel. Please hit subscribe before you leave, so that way you'll be aware of any new things coming up. I want to remind you, don't forget to check the latest. Let me get that out of here. Check out the latest. Where is it? Check out. No, I'm trying to get rid of them. Well, you get it. I'm not going to keep you out here just to listen to me fool around. Check out the latest video of Relationship Warriors, my new series. And I will be back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time to do some more readings. Thank you again for your subscriptions. Thanks for joining me. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.